Hey, Angie. Angie's in there early, I tell you. 9:01. That's what's up. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Mm, that's it. Eat so much fish, I'm gonna turn into a catfish. They have whiskers. Yo, Angie. Not enough hot sauce, but that's okay. Good thing. Hey, Berta. Berta. What's going on, Berta? Berta, let me get some water here. Get a little choked up. I got 2 bottles of water. I've been drinking water steadily all day. That's a good thing. Clean out those kidneys. Yeah, buddy. Clean out. Here's to you, kidneys. Ah, yeah. So, how was you guys' day? How was your weekend? I had a very prosperous weekend, as we say in church. It was very prosperous. Um, got a chance to host the Blues Fest at Millennium Park here in Chicago. I was like, I didn't pay all this money to watch a low quality video stream of this radio. And good evening to you too, Troy. Thank you. But I was one of the hosts of the Blues Fest this past Saturday, and I'm still in shock. I'm like, wow, they wanted me to host the Blues Fest? Oh my goodness, because they couldn't find nobody else, right, Troy? So they settled on me, and I watched the video back, which is on YouTube, and still don't believe it, but I did it. I did it, and it got done. Thank you to Dr. Willie Henderson. Thank you so much, sir, and your beautiful daughters. I thank you so much. Thank you. Yep, that meant so much to me, so much. But for them to, even ask me to co-host, you know, the show. I mean, that was a blessing right there. I truly, like I said, I still don't believe it. But yep, I was there. That was me. So, once again, what did you guys do for the weekend? Of course, I had to go DJ at Williams and Pizza as well. So, yep, kept me busy. One of my coworkers asked me, when do you sleep? I said, sleep? What's that? The White Sox, again, are cheating against the Tigers. Chicago sports team sinks so low in an effort to defeat the vastly superior Detroit teams. I know, right? I hear you, Troy. I hear you. The White Sox. The Chicago White Sox. Lady G, what's going on? The Chicago White Sox. 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 So, in the playoffs, who did you all have? Boston or the Golden State Warriors? I had to go with Golden State. I'll tell you why. My my son looks like Stephen Curry or Stephen Curry, so that's why I have to go with them because he looks so much. They look so much alike. It's ridiculous. Good evening, all. Just breezing through for a minute. Well, breeze on through, George Benson. Do 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 do. Thank you for doing so. Thank you. And to everybody else, let's see now. Angela Jones. Funny how, huh? Hey, what, like a clown? Do I amuse you, huh? It don't get no better than that. Quincy Jones and Company. It just don't get no better than that. Any song with Barry White in it, you know, even if it's not his, just to hear his voice. Good. Slow jams from Quincy Jones right here on Bedtime Stories. With your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. There's a song that Barry wrote and produced a few years ago on a group called Love Unlimited, which I should play. Simply says "Walking in the Rain with the One I Love," and at the end of the song, here comes Barry, right? And she's like, "I gotta call him up now." And then you hear Barry, "Hello, hey baby, I got something to tell you." He says, "What?" And he laughs. He's like, "Did you get caught in the rain?" Love that part. Anyway, it's your Dr. Al Greer. Stuff is going on in Washington. There's something happened on January 6th, 2021. No, we're not going that far back. Thank you. Thank you, Troy. But anyway, um, so not that downpour. Thank you, Lady G. Speaking of that song, here it is, Love Unlimited, Walking in the Rain with the One I Love. See you in the morning. 1973. Yes, it was. Still Bill, what's going on, sir? Man, did we have fun Saturday or what, man? Did we have fun or what? I know I did. Rita, Rita, what's going on, Rita? Hello, stranger. Rita, Rita. Yes, we had fun Saturday. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You just don't know. I I tried my best. At one point, Richard Steele said, "I guess you're just gonna host the whole show, huh?" That was not my intention. Um, that was definitely not my intention to do the whole show, but that's why I had to bring him back out at the last, before we closed up the show. I'm like, you know, okay, okay, Pastor, close us out. I'm just a deacon. So yes, we had a great time. We had a great time. The weather was great. It wasn't too hot outside. It didn't rain, nothing. It was a great time at Millennium Park for the 2022 Blues Fest, which went on all weekend long. Of course, we had the first day or first night or whatever, but I was like, wow. I know, time for the benediction. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. I was, I was scared out of my mind, scared out of my mind. But where was that? It was at Millennium Park here in Chicago, um, not far from the Silver Bean, as they call it. So um, I'm glad I left early because I had to, park underground and everything else. My parking was validated. Everything was cool. Yep, the main stage. Yep, and yep, I had a great time. I really did. Shout out to Ruby Andrews, to Samada Ackland, Joe Barr. Um, who else was on the show? Willie White. I never met him before. I saw him at the rehearsal that we had on Tuesday, but I didn't get his name until that day. And so I asked Joe Barr. I was like, Joe, oh, that's Willie White. Never heard of him. But he and Joe Barr did an excellent job. Samada, Ruby, everybody. You interviewed Samada Sunday. Samada is just, she is gorgeous, all the way down to her feet. She is and she can sing. She can sing her butt off. I met Samada, and I told this story on stage. Because when I walked off stage, she said, "What did you say?" I said, "Samada, I said that I met you at the checkerboard and I've been following you ever since. That's all. What did you think I said?" You know. And I leaned over to her and I said, "What, you think I was gonna say something about your sexy feet?" She said, "I'm glad you didn't." I said, "I just did. I just didn't say it to the crowd." But anyway, Ken said he can't hear me. I don't know why. Can you hear me still, Bill? Can you hear me, Lady G? Lady G can hear me. Here we go. You and them foots, yeah. Hey, Ken. I don't know why you can't hear me. Everybody else can. Yep. Everybody else can hear me. Her sexy everything. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. She is beyond words, beyond words. And she has not aged you know, since I met her. She slimmed down a bit because she was kind of, a little chubby, but now you know, she's just thick. She's just just gorgeous. You know, I'm sorry, but I'm into the feet, and she's got the feet. So, is she related to Barbara Ackland? She's Barbara Ackland's daughter. Yes, very much so. Yeah, and she sounds exactly like her mom. She can do all her mom's songs. She is, yeah, phenomenal talent. She travels all around, the country. Nobody knows her actually here because, I mean, with a name like that, it's hard to get work. It's like, okay, it was your mom, Barbara Ackland. Yeah, okay. You know, Floyd Taylor had that same problem being, the son of Johnny Taylor. The only one that really didn't have that problem was Gerald Levert. And I remember having a conversation with Floyd Taylor. He said he went to Gerald Levert and asked him, he said, well, what are you doing that I'm doing wrong? So, they kind of sort of, they accept it. Nathaniel Astaire Pendleton, Marie Firegirl Red, Chris Bates. Um, they they kind of accept who they accept, and that's it. So, yeah. Roberta Flack, tonight I celebrate my love, along with Mr. Peebo Bryson, to Dr. Al Greer. Man, we had such a good time at Millennium Park on Saturday. Um, Ruby Andrews, Joe Barr, Willie White, of course, Willie Henderson and his Big Bad Blues Band, Samada Ackland, Teresa Davis and the background singers. I had I guess, the pleasure of giving out awards to them. Um, what was Diane Cohen, Teresa Davis, and what's the third one, Bill? I cannot remember her name. But anyway, those three young ladies. Teresa used to sing with the Emotions originally when they were at Stax Records. Of course, when they left Stax and came back to Chicago to record the Flowers album, she wasn't on it. They had replaced her with another sister. But they were great. They were fantastic. I'm talking about the Blues Fest this past Saturday at Millennium Park, which I was one of the co-hosts, along with the real Richard Steele, and we had such a ball. Yes, we did. Still, Bill Roberts was up on the stage as well. Jeanette, thank you. I could not think of her name, but anyway. Congratulations to Janine Lee Jefferson. Her son graduated from college with a master's degree, which is a wonderful thing. We need some more educated young black men in this world. Congratulations to James. Man, I wish I had been there. I know, I'm not family and everything, but I'm Uncle Al. That's all I got to say. I'm Uncle Al. TC said you were looking mighty spiffy the other day. Thank you. And my white. Shout out to Mr. Bernard with the Mr. Bernard's hats. For so many reasons. Thank you, TC. Yep. That particular outfit I've had for years, but I can only wear it once because every time I wear it, you best believe it's gonna get dirty. Just sitting in the car, I get dirty. Excuse me, excuse me, pardon me. But shout out to Mr. Bernard, Mr. Bernard's menswear on Commercial Avenue, 92nd and Commercial. I got that hat that morning. And he said, if it rains, take that hat off. It'll draw up and choke your brain. He said, this is a straw hat. I said, okay, I'm going to guard this hat with my life because I had another straw hat. But unfortunately, you can't clean straw hats. You cannot clean straw hats. The only thing is you can dye them. So you have to dye it white all over again. That is, if that works. I don't know. But I've never dyed a hat before, so I don't know. So I was just I was just happy it was a nice day outside. You know, I was walking with those black and white spectators on and everything. But you know, once again, I had a ball. You know, thank you once again to Willie Henderson, his entire band. The drummer, I'm gonna wear white after Labor Day. I don't care what they say. I know that's right. Bill, they the drummer was Otis Clay's son. They never mentioned the musicians. I guess it was on a program or whatever. But one of the drummers, the younger guy, was Otis Clay's son, which I found out the other day when I went to the rehearsal for the band, which I'm still perplexed as to why they invited me to the band's rehearsal. You know, the you know, the background singers were there and you know, Ruby was there and she, you know, rehearsed with the band. And that was it. But I got a chance to play with the band. There was two drum sets. I guess the other drum set was for the other drummer who was there. And I asked, you know, Otis Clay's son, whose name I don't know, Otis Clay's son. I said, do you mind if I sit in on the other set? He said, okay. And we played together so closely that nobody knew that, you know, there were two drummers. I mean, we were playing that closely. And after I got through and said, well, you know, I got to go back to work now. I said, how'd I do? He said, you kept it in the pocket. I said, oh, okay, thank you. And that was it. So after it was all over, he said, how come you didn't get up there on the drums? I'm like, what was I going to do? Knock the other drummer off the throne like 5 heartbeats or something? No, I wasn't going to do that. I enjoyed myself. You know, uh, the one thing that haunted me after I saw the video is like I did not mention my own radio station. I mentioned VON twice. Like, I didn't even mention my own station. I was like, okay, dang, with all those people, and I didn't know that they were taping it. Had I known that, boy, I was like, oh man, there was my chance to pull up my own radio station, and I didn't say nothing. So that's okay. I represented for myself. I wasn't trying to represent VON, but you know, it seems though I do a show there, and people are more familiar with VON and not my own station. So you guys are familiar with my station because you follow me. So it was like, dang, I should have said WOS and online at WOSD, my own radio station. And we have a blues show on Sunday, which is hosted by my uncle Clarence Stevens. Didn't mention none of that, but I was there. I'm surprised they didn't ask F.J. Bailey to, you know, be one of the hosts, but they asked me, and I'll be asked back. So hopefully, I'm just saying. So once again, yes, I had a great time. TC, I'm with you. I'm gonna wear white after Labor Day too. Now, if you live in California, it don't matter. I think it gets as cold as maybe 60 degrees in California. I'll take that. Oh, he got a bachelor's degree. I said a master's. Well, I know that's right. Wherever it feels good, let's make love. That is foreplay on bedtime stories. That's the name of the group. Not time for foreplay, but that's the name of the group. Let's make love. It's your Dr. Al Greer. Hello to TC, also to Janine Lee Jefferson. I said master's degree earlier for James. He got a bachelor's degree. Congratulations once again to James. Great job. Like I said, I wish I'd been there, but you know, the tickets only go to the immediate family, since I'm not family, but that's okay because I would have been there. I swear I would have been there. If I didn't have to be at the Blues Fest, I would have been there. But anyway, it worked out. TC said, I'm wearing white after Labor Day. I don't care what they say. I know that's right. Hey, Red, what's going on? Thank you, Red. I mean, I was thanking her profusely on Saturday. I was like, you helped me find a new apartment. I can't wait to see it once it's done, and I just can't wait. Everything is finally coming together for your hero. All right. Coming up in our last hour, we're going to do foreplay right now. Let's do two in a row from Marvin Gaye. This is Come Live With Me on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep. What's up, Red? Did you have fun on Saturday, Red? I know I did. I want to rewind it and do it all over again. Yep. I even got a nap in after I left Millennium Park. I drove to Lawrence's and got me some fish. Yep. And then I drove to VON. I'm like, that's right. There's a couch there. I don't have to go all the way home. And that put me right around the corner from Williams Inn. So that's what I did. Red, I went and laid down on the couch at VON. Didn't nobody bother me or anything. And I went to sleep on that couch at VON. Nobody even knew I was there because that door is usually closed. It's like the waiting room for people who come in and go on the air. Well, there was nobody there Saturday. So, Red, I laid on that couch in my white and went to sleep. Yep, I got me some sleep. And then I got up, went to Williams and Pizza, and played till about midnight. So, CC Heath, what's going on, gorgeous? How you doing? But Red, let me tell you. Let me tell you, Red. I've been having dreams about that apartment. I haven't even seen the actual apartment. All I've seen was pictures of it. But I figure for 850 for two bedrooms, which is like 1970s prices, right? 1970, 1980. Because I remember paying, what was that, 485 for an apartment over on 78th and Cornell. 485. And that was only a few years ago. I'm like, I did not know that rent has gone up that high, Cece. It's like they want 800 for a one bedroom. I'm like, dang. Yeah, this game is. What are you watching, TC? So that game is fire. What's up, EJ? What's going on, sir? But I'm like, they want $1,000 to live in Hyde Park in a one bedroom. I'm like, ain't that a house note? Good Lord. But anyway, prices have gone up. It's like but hey, I found this. I went to what was it? South Shore. And this lady wanted $750 for a studio apartment. Studio apartment back then was like, maybe 550 or so. I'm like 700 for a studio apartment, and it's on the first floor. And she said it was like maybe 12 or 13 units in it, but everybody in there was like, oh, Golden State and Boston, okay. But everybody in there was family. I'm like, okay, I guess that's okay, but you know, I was like, and I went with the apartment that I didn't see, but I talked to the people who own the apartment, and right below the apartment, there's on the corner of 64th and Morgan, there's a barber shop, and the guy in the barber shop and his wife, who just happens to be Red's sister, they own the building. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, 750 for a room. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it had a kitchenette, and a bathroom and a room. So it's like three rooms: bathroom, kitchenette, room. I was like, and then you got people who are looking for roommates, and they're charging, upwards of five, six, $700 for a room, for a bedroom, to be a roommate, to live in a room. I'm like, so what if I want to walk around, you know, yeah. So Glenn loves his, hey, I know he does. He put them on Facebook. He said, these are my new landlords. He said, I couldn't be happier. So I want to be like Glenn. I want to be happy too. So I don't know who helped him move in, but you know, I'll probably have to take 2 days to move in, you know, and it's on the second floor. So I'm hoping that I have some help. Troy said, I live alone and let okay, all the time. All right. All right. The kahunas. Go on with your bad self, Troy. I ain't mad at you. But said here in Katy, Texas, rooms are going from 800 to 1,500. Whoa, whoa, whoa. TC said, walking around naked, you need your own. Yeah, and that's just it. I can't wait, you know, to be able to walk around and don't worry about nobody calling downstairs. I'm coming downstairs. Like, okay, yeah. Let me put this thing up. Let me put that snake away. Shake and bake. What's going on, Russell Baker? Maybe Glenn could get his friend to help you. I hope so. I hope so. You know, any help would be great. Maybe I can get my son to help me because he's at home from school and he's working at Walgreens downtown. So I will definitely. I got Glenn's number. I'm going to ask him. when it's time to move in. Can a brother get some help? So, I'll put that call in like tomorrow, and I'm gonna keep in touch with your sister and your brother-in-law, because before I couldn't find anywhere. People were directing me to senior homes. I'm like, nah, I'm not ready for that. Benicia, what's going on? I'm not ready to be put in a home yet. Because there was one over on Commercial, and the lady was like, you don't have to park on the street and all that stuff. I said, oh, that's nice. The Sister Teresa, what's going on, Sister Teresa? Thank you so much for joining us. But I was like, I'm not ready to be put away in the home. So I said, my search continues, and like I said, the place that I looked at, I didn't like, but I said, oh, I could put this there, and I walked off, and when I pulled up, there were people outside, and you know, but when I pulled up to the other apartment, there was no one outside, nobody, and that was it. Just this lone barber shop on the corner of 64th and Morgan. I'm like, okay, this is it. Ain't pretty on the outside, but I saw the pictures of the apartment on the inside. And Red, your sister was saying that the other tenants were not kind to the apartment. So therefore, they had to do some repairs after they left. And my thing is always, if it ain't yours, you tear it up and you make it bad for the next person. So then at that point, the landlord raises the rent and everything else, so you you know, can't afford to move in there. But at 850, and I'm working 6 jobs, I think I can swing that. Just have to change my spending habits. Yeah. Like every time I see a set of speakers, I can't go buy them. I saw some too. I wanted to buy them too. Elder Barge, Faith Evans, I just want to lay with you. It's your Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to TC, CC, Russell Baker, aka Shake and Bake, uh, to Red, to Venetia, and the Sister Teresa. Thank you so much. I haven't seen you in a while, the Sister Teresa. We're going to get together and, you know, do a little Captain Skying. But, you know, ah, come on, smoke with your old boy, Rick James. Anyway, it's Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Ezra Stevens, aka EJ, Ken Wadlington, aka Kenny Cool Cat, Nathaniel Astaire Pendleton, who is I believe he's the uncle, yeah, of Nate and Ted, Marie Fire Girl Red, and Chris Bates. Chris is finally interviewing somebody that I like, and that's Art Norman, retired anchorman from Channel 5, NBC News. I kind of like him. Plus, he remembers me every time he sees me. If he doesn't, he sure lies very well. Big ups, anyway. Teresa said, you can come smoke whenever you want. If you come in the evening, I'll be there with dinner involved. Oh, that's what's up. Red said, I got to go to work in the morning. I heard that, Red. Me too. But meanwhile, I'm gonna play these slow jams. Here's Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes featuring Sharon Page and Searching for Love on Bedtime Stories. Andre Horton, what's up, Dre? It's Dre Day. All right, Red, get some sleep. Thank you again. I appreciate you. I'm gonna reach out to Glenn. What's up, Dre? Yep. See, that's just it. Back in the day, I knew some young people, that would help me move. Like now, it's like, everybody then got old. They can't walk a flight of stairs, that whole thing. So, but I'm gonna get it together. The first room, I'm gonna fix up is the studio. So I got to get my table back from Mr. Hypnotic's baby mama. So I can. That's gonna be the first thing that I set up. I got to set up my studio and get it going, so that Monday I can go on the air. So get my internet and all of that good stuff. So, yep. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know. And Dre, if you know anybody that would help me move for a minimal price, of course I'm gonna get my furniture from the used hotel furniture place, which is right across the street from Williams and Pizza at 22nd and Michigan. They got a lot of nice pieces in there, so we'll go ahead and order that, and hopefully they can deliver it. So, uh, when are you moving? Not until next month. So I'll keep you posted. It'll be in the middle of July. So, yeah, I'm gonna need a little help. So I'm gonna be calling some folks. You know, because like I said, everybody I know, they my age or older, and I'm moving to the second floor. Used hotel floor furniture. Don't run a black light over. I know, right? Uh huh. I know what you mean, Troy. I know what you mean. But they usually clean it. You know, so it's like, yeah, yeah, it's usually clean. Uh, yeah, I don't buy mattresses. Trust me, I don't buy mattresses from the used furniture place. Now, unless the mattress is on, say, a let-out couch, that's different. Um, I'll of course sanitize that and everything else. But to buy a whole, mattress and everything else, I'm gonna buy a bed, and of course I'm gonna go to a mattress store and get the mattress. So the mattress will be brand new. Um, yeah, the 14th through the 18th, I'll be in Vegas. But anytime, we got you. Jermaine is a powerhouse himself, and we can help you move. Thank you, thank you. I know Troy, Troy, because of all the semen. Yes, I understand, Troy. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I will definitely get a new mattress on a bed. But like I said, if it's a let-out couch, that's different. You know, just make sure I spray it down with a couple of cans of Lysol, and that should be suffice. Yep, that should do it. Yep, that ought to do it. But Brother Fahim, assalamu alaikum. I know you're probably wondering, why was Al hosting the Blues Fest? I don't know, because Al was asked. They asked me, and I said, sure, yeah, I'll be there. Yep, I didn't know what I was getting into, but yep, we had a ball Saturday. I mean, I'll be talking about that for a while. You know, yep, I had a plum ball at Millennium Park. Hello. So, yep, I'm gonna turn. It's a two-bedroom. I'm gonna turn one bedroom into a full studio. Mics, everything, that whole thing. I need to find a rack to hold my equipment. So I want it to look, like a real studio. So I'm looking forward to that. I really am. So I haven't started packing yet because I haven't seen the apartment in person yet, but I'm pretty sure that they're gonna fix it up real good. So looking forward to it. Be right back, guys. I'm back. One third of the group, Shalimar, Howard Hewitt, and I can't tell you why. It's your Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Right here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis, and the best music of your life, WRLN, a Ray Neal media station. Bedtime Stories, of course, is proudly sponsored by in my community. Among that community service is my appointments to the Board for Healthcare and Family Services Advisory Committee and my appointment to the University of Illinois Extension Council Chairman of the Board position. I'm a lifetime Southside resident and a single mom. My experience, education, and commitment to the community make me a great Democratic candidate for Cook County Judge. On June 28th, please show your support and vote Maria Barlow for judge. That's a vote for fairness, experience, and independence.
Vote Maria Barlow, Democrat, for Cook County Judge. For more information about Maria Barlow, go to www.mariabarlow.com. Paid for by Friends of Maria Barlow. Punch 191.
That's right. Punch 191 on June 28th. It's your Dr. Al Greer. Like I said, this is Bedtime Stories. Show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Elo. Thank you for checking in, sweetheart. As well as the sister Teresa, as always. I appreciate you. Anyway, what can be said about this gentleman? This next gentleman whose music we're about to hear. Originally, he was with a group called the Pacemakers. Then later on, a group called the House Guests. They became the second band that James Brown led, and they were named the JBs. Well, this guy and his brother and a friend of theirs, they were on guitar, bass, and drums, respectively. He was born William Earl Collins, but we just know him as Bootsy. This is I'd Rather Be With You, Baby. I'd rather be with you, Elo. It's your Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. I'd rather be with you. Ooh. Fahim, brother Fahim. Troy said, don't run the black light over it. I know that's right. See all the imperfections on it. I'd rather be with you. Yep. But yep, I'm gonna be moving. Hopefully, I won't have to move anytime soon. As long as I keep up the rent. Yep. And with everything I'm doing, 850 shouldn't be too hard to come up with a month. Yep. Just buy me a lot of frozen dinners and put them in the microwave. That's right, a lot of frozen dinners. Do I cook? No, I don't. I don't cook. So somebody had the suggestion of having a housewarming. I think it was Sheila Forrest. She said if you have a housewarming, you know, have like a register where they can go and pick up stuff for you. I'm letting people know now. I need a microwave, a crock pot, because I plan to make my famous chicken and dumplings. Throw some, chicken wings in there, throw a little water in there, throw the noodles in there. Yeah, my famous chicken and dumplings, or chicken and noodles. So that's it. That's the extent of the cooking, because I don't cook. I let the slow cooker do. Oh, and what is that? An air fryer? Yeah, 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 buddy. Yeah, Samantha Thomas on my live. Oh my goodness, love you, sis. I'm like, she's watching me. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, she's like the little sister, Angie. She's like the little sister. Yeah, you're like the older sister. She's like the. Mm-mm. Oh, isn't that sweet? Samantha Thomas on the Talk of Chicago. Born and raised here in Chicago, went to, where did she go? She did TV for a while. And she's a natural. She is. When I say Samantha's a natural, she got the voice, she has the personality, and she ain't bad to look at. So when I say she's got it, she's got it. So I'm just uh, I'm just happy to know her. You know, I said when you get your syndicated show, I want to be your announcer. I swear I do. I want to be your. I want to work for you. You know. And now give it up for Samantha Thomas. I had to play one of her daddy's songs later on. Her daddy's in the group Next Movement. The ones that did what's that song? More Love. Yeah, I have to play that later on. Good stepping tune. Stepping. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Angela Jones, Dolores Taylor, TC, Janine Lee Jefferson. You know, thank you guys. I appreciate you all. Yep, I really do. I appreciate you guys. We'll see how much help I'm gonna get when I move. Oh man, I'll help you. Don't you just let me know when you move. Okay, I'll help you. Okay, yeah, right. I always hear that, but yep, they always say, "I'm gonna help you move, man. I'm gonna help you." Okay, you're gonna help me move. Start to fade after all the reasons why. For one night. Mm-mm-mm. All right, where is everybody? Nobody's talking back to me. Come on, Troy. I know you got something funny to say. All right, y'all falling asleep on me or what? Where is everyone? I need y'all to talk back to me, okay? All right. Because all I do is talk about moving. I know you sleep, Angie. I know it's past your bedtime. I know, right? Angie, I know she knocked out. Everybody else? Well, I know what the sister Teresa's doing. I know exactly what she's doing. Probably what I'll be doing later on, since it's not threatening to rain anymore. Yep, everybody's going to Sleepy Town. Oh, you're working. Well, I understand, Elo. You're working. Everyone else is probably already off work and all of that stuff. So keep working, Elo. Keep working. I love women who work. Hint, hint, hint. But there is no woman out there that's gonna take care of no man. Let him stay home all day. Not that I know of. Not in this lifetime. Give him some. All right, Maurice. Mr. Philip Bailey, give him some. Reasons from Earth, Wind, and Fire from the album Gratitude, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. I just posed the question, and I got a quick answer. There is no woman out there that's going to take care of a man and let him just sit at home. Elo said, unless he is retired, or only if he's retired. Well, Elo, I hereby put in my resignation and I retire from radio. Yeah, right. Not until it's time for me to retire. Trust me. I don't know. I mean, Herb worked all the way up to his last day on the air. So, yep. Wasn't like he was in a hospital or anything. He just, yeah. So he he did his last show and went home, and that's when he made his transition. So I'm gonna be like that. Unlike Bobby OJ, who died in the studio. I'm like, I'm still in shock over that. It's been almost 2 months now, and we still don't know why Mr. OJ made his transition. He was a vegan. He was like, hey, that man was in shape. I saw pictures of Bobby. I'm like, dang, Bobby, what, you swole, man. You were swole. He looked like he had been pumping iron and everything. I'm like, go on, Bobby. I ain't mad. Anyway, it's bedtime stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and Peebo Bryson. We don't have to talk about love, do we? Let's just let the feeling flow. Easy at the start, had 'em in my hand. Mm-hmm. Yep, I believe everyone has gone to sleep and has a good pension. I heard that. A good pension. Mm-hmm. That's all right. A good pension. Mhm. Here to guide you. Yep, gotta have a good pension. I hear you. My headphones hit the floor? Oh, hell no. And they didn't break. Hmm. At the start. What happened to Andre? I started talking about helping me move, and then Andre said, Anyway, I heard Al Greer had a haircut like Captain Kangaroo in the '70s. Can anyone confirm? That was an interesting haircut. It was very interesting. And my thing is, um, he, that was just his hair that he wore on TV. So when he went out in public, you didn't recognize him because he didn't have the hair on. I was like, oh, okay. Lawana, Chicago blues and soul radio legend. Who, me? Oh, well, thank you. Yep. Captain Kangaroo wore a hairpiece. I guess he didn't want to be recognized in public. So, you know, I'm like, gone with your bad self. Like, what he said. Yeah, he was wearing lace fronts before then. Okay, before they were popular. Uh-uh. That's funny. Captain Kangaroo was the first to wear a lace front on TV. That's all right. Thank you, Lawana. Thank you. I gotta say this. When they announced me, I was like, I didn't know they were talking about me. Legendary radio personality. I'm like, I thought they were talking about Richard Steele. I had no idea. I was like, me? Oh. Richard said, "You're on, man." I'm like, I am? Oh. He said when the man said legendary radio personality, I'm like, you talking about me? It's like that movie, what was it called? The Ladies Man. They said, yeah. And he's got a tiny little pecker. And he said, tiny little pecker? I know you can't be talking about me. Lawana, Al is in the market for an extremely used mattress, preferably from a motel. I'm not trying to buy a used mattress from the motel. I said the bed, not the mattress. The bed can be from the motel furniture outlet, but the mattress has to be a real mattress, a brand new mattress, and box spring. I'm not getting a used mattress. Now, I'm asking for trouble if I lay on that joker. Everybody else's DNA on it. I want to put my own DNA on it. I like that bed I had when I was in Calumet City. That bed, I slept on one side of the bed the whole time. That was it. That one side of the bed. So that's it. The rest of the bed never got used. Trust me. Actually, yes, I do have a mattress. Oh, well, there you go. Thank you, Lawana. And I'm sure I won't have to, put the purple wand on it. So, hotel mattresses has DNA like the first 48. Oh, who's funny now? It's TC. I think you got a little competition tonight, Troy. TC got you. Yeah, has DNA like the first 48. I know, right? Like, turn off the lights. Like, oh, shoot. Uh-uh. Like the first 48. I know that's right. hmm But that's like backwards. I'm gonna have the mattress before I had the bed. So is the mattress a queen or a king size? Because yeah, if it's a queen size, that's cool. If it's a king, I will have to find the bed large enough to hold it. So you know, my first wife had this beautiful bed. Yeah, it's a king size. Okay, I'll take it. I will take it. Now let me find the bed first, then I'll come get the mattress. But I'll be on my way then. The rest of the stuff, of course, is gonna be some used hotel furniture. But sometimes they have some really nice stuff. I mean, when I lived out in Park Forest, I found a let-out couch which was in perfect condition, and they included the ottoman with it too. I was like, oh, check you out. Okay, we'll throw the ottoman in there. It's like okay. So I think it was $100 for it, and of course I don't have it. But anyway, that's okay. But yeah, king size bed. Good lord. I just hope the bedroom's big enough for a king size bed. I know the other bedroom, which is a smaller one, which is going to be the studio. I don't plan to use that one for anything but doing this. So I go from one room to the other to go to bed. So just don't get no air mattress. They play it out. TC, when I lived on 73rd and Dante, I had an air mattress. Used to have to pump that joker up every night before I went to bed. Shantae Moore, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's your Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Talking about mattresses now. We've gone from, talking about the Blues Fest at Millennium Park this past weekend, and I was one of the hosts for. Uh, Lawana said she's got a mattress. Like, I haven't even moved yet. Yeah, but now I already have a king size mattress, but no bed. So I got a king size mattress and possibly a let out couch. And I'm going to buy the rest of the furniture from the used hotel furniture outlet, which is across the street from Williams and Pizza, which I'm there every Friday and Saturday at 2210 South Michigan Avenue. So I'm going to get some nice furniture, Either that or I'm going to go through my, my fail safe, which is Rent a Center, and just pay for it forever, you know? Anyway, TC said I had a king and in a month it had holes in it. What were you doing? Oh, a king size air mattress. Oh, yeah. When I was on 73rd, let me bring this down just a bit. Speaking of which, I forgot to get my money. Anyway, I had this apartment. It was a basement apartment. I was paying $500 a month for it. It had two bedrooms. One bedroom, of course, I was going to use for a studio, but I still had my space over on 79th Street. So it was a nice basement apartment. Unfortunately, I found out that the basement apartment had been underwater, so there was mold in the walls. So it was not conducive to my living standards. I'll just put it to you that way. I developed eczema from sleeping in that basement. Yeah, not cool at all. Not cool at all. But, you know, things worked out. The eczema finally cleared up, and I was okay. So, Troy said, I heard Al Greer goes to Thailand for some reasons that Gary Glitter did. See, it's that Troy. Nobody knows who Gary Glitter is except you and I. So that's it. Stan Mosley, what's going on? He says, congratulations to your first Chicago Blues Festival host position. Thank you, Stan Mosley. I appreciate that. I really do. One of the performers on the show was Samantha Acklin. Her mother co-wrote this song, That's How Long, written by or co-written by Eugene Record of the Shawlight. Here's the first of two from them, right here on Bedtime Stories. Kiki, what's going on? Kiki, thank you for joining me. Maybe Kiki knows some people to help me move when it's time for me to move. Which is going to be mid-July. Yeah, because I was thinking about leaving town. Not that that's not not that it's off the table yet. I'm just saying. But thank you, Stan. I appreciate that, man. I, you know, I don't deserve it, but thank you. Um, I didn't expect to get that gig. That's like major. That's something to put on your resume for real. I was one of the hosts of the Chicago Blues Festival at the Millennium Park, and it still hasn't sunk in yet that I did that. You know, I mean, that morning that I woke up, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, thank you, Kiki. Stan, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, like I said earlier, when the guy announced me, I was like, who are you talking about? You talking about legendary radio personality? I'm like, who are you talking about? Oh, me, okay. I wasn't ready for all of that. All those proclamations that they were doing, you know, um, for Gene Barge, Cicero Blake, and Willie Henderson. I'm like, they deserve what they're getting because they've been, especially Gene Barge, aka Daddy G, 95 years old. 95 years old. I was like, wow, that's who deserves it. Not me, but those people. Cicero Blake, Daddy G Barge, this is what we work for. I know, Stan. I know. And when they told me that Daddy G was 95 years old, I was like, wow. You know, I mean, their contributions to music are just incredible. Cicero Blake, he sang. They rolled him out on the wheel. He sang from the wheelchair, and when he was through, they wheeled him back, and he came toward me. We high fived each other. I was like, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I still don't believe it. I'm like, I shared the stage with Cicero Blake. I shared the stage with uh, Gene Barge. I heard Al Greer was in an amateur adult film under the name Dick Buttkiss. Troy, I was almost in a movie once. A friend of mine owned um, a company, and it was called Dirty Red Productions. And I almost did a movie, Dirty Red Productions. And a couple of our buddies had done movies. I'm like, I ain't gonna do no movie because that stuff doesn't go away. That stuff never goes away. Once they put you on videotape or film or whatever, it never goes away. I mean, people are still watching, movies from what was his name? Um, what is it? They call him Johnny Wad. You know, Chess Records, Gene Barge. I was Cicero Blake's valet, driver, and opening act before I signed with Malaco Records. I know, Stan. It's still it's still not registering to me. It's like I still don't believe I was sharing a stage with those people. I still don't believe it. I still don't believe it. I'm like, mm-mm. I heard you was in most of Long Dong Silver, but I had to look twice. Can someone confirm that? Troy, uh, Long Dong Silver. I have not heard that name in a while. Long Dong Silver. I admired him. They took me out because I was better hung than he was. Anyway, oh boy, Long Dong Silver. I remember him, Johnny Wadd, Ron Jeremy, Mr. Marcus. Yep. I always said if I ever lost my voice, I could do porn. And that's the truth. If I ever lost my voice and couldn't talk, couldn't do commercials or anything else, I was going to go into porn. And thank God I still got my voice because I'm too old to do porn now. Yeah. Because the guy that owned the company, Dirty Red Productions, he and I used to um, be exotic dancers together. His name was Penthouse, and mine was Risque. Well, he wanted to take it to the next level, so um, he created Dirty Red Productions, and he asked me that I want to, be in a movie. I'm like, let me get back with you on that. So he sent me a few of the movies that he had done with some of the guys that we had danced with, and I was like, oh, okay. I said, so many of you guys missed out on missed out by you staying in radio. I know, right? Ha ha. Yeah, funny. Um, yeah, I went home and I watched the movies with the guys in there. I was like, I could do that. I could do that. Um, I said I could actually do this. And then I thought about it. I'm like, I got kids now. I have grandchildren. It's like, no, I don't think I. Yeah, and I'm glad I did change my mind. But that was something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be, you know. And I did a movie. It's floating around there somewhere. And that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, Stan. Unto God. Funeral from the Shallites. There will never be any peace until God is seated at the conference table. Ain't that the truth? To Dr. Al Greer, thank you so much for joining us for Bedtime Stories, especially Stan Mosley. He said, you have earned the opportunity to be the host of that festival and more. Those that were doing it before you are gone. You have earned the position by being in position. Nobody knows more about the artist or the music than you. Thank you, Stan. Thank you very much. He says, good night, bro, and congrats. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Because I was like, man, I don't deserve to be up here on stage at Millennium Park co-hosting. I keep saying hosting like I was doing it by myself. Co-hosting the Blues Fest. At one point I looked at Richard Steele and I was like, feel free to jump in at any time, sir. At any time. Please don't let me hog the whole show. And he was gracious enough just to let me shine. Plus, he got paid too. So it was great. But thank you, Stan. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. TC said, I hope your movie ain't on Pornhub. I was saying that I did a movie a long time ago, and I'm not proud of it, but hopefully my movie's not on Pornhub. That's all I'm gonna say. It was so long ago, TC. I was I was good looking, and I was, yeah, it was like that. It hasn't changed much. It's just, I can't do a whole movie. I can do a half a movie, but I'm just saying, you know, times have changed, things. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. Here's champagne, and this time on Bedtime Stories. Thank you, Stan. Thank you so much, man. Angie said, I got mine. You got your what? Your movie on Pornhub? What? What? What are you saying? What you done? Mm-hmm. Thank you. I really appreciate that. What you say? It's wine time. I know that's right. But wine time. Angie said wine. Yeah. But TC, I don't think my movie, because it was recorded on a VHS. One of those all-in-one where you pop the VHS tape in. Yeah, it was so long ago. Anyway, TC said I've been sipping since 9 o'clock. All right. Troy said I'm going to hire a wino to decorate our home. So you feel more at ease here, and you won't need to need to room need to roam. Thank you. Ah, a wino. Yeah, there you go. Luana said I had mine earlier before the rain. Peach cooler and chili. All right, peach cooler and chili. That's always a good combination right there. Yeah, that's always a good combination. I have a bottle of wine, and I've been saving it for, you know, I've been saving it. And I think I'll probably, thank you, headphones. I will probably open it when I move, you know. So when I move, yeah, yeah. When I move, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to bust open that bottle of wine. And get this, the wine is uh, from Gene Chandler. He has his own brand of wine. So, yeah, Lady G's going to open up the strawberry Moscato. All right. Lucky you all. I have no wine. I just finished off the last baby bottle that, the little bottles of wine that are in the 6 pack. Yeah, I just finished that off a couple of weeks ago. Thanks to my sister Angie. Yo. Yep. Al will have a better combo Jizz TCP when he gets in his mattress. Yeah. You're funny, Mr. Troy. Anyway, Jizz and TCP. Mm-mm. Yep. What you say? I have to buy that one. Yeah, with the strawberry Moscato. Yeah, that sounds good. You don't know you. I know you don't pee in the bed. It'll be a complete stranger's urine when he sleeps in it on that motel mattress. Oh boy, Troy. Okay. Uh, on the hotel mattress. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Anyway, y'all gonna make me open my wine tonight. I'm not gonna open it tonight. I'm not. Yeah, ain't ready for it yet. Not ready to open my wine yet. Mm-mm. Saving it for a rare occasion. I'm gonna get one of those wine racks. You know, get a whole bunch of cheap wine. Make the rack look good. You know, get the ones with, the ones with the corks in them. You know, make it look expensive. Smoke or eat a bunch of weed products instead. I wish I did have some gummies right now. Yeah, I got munchies, but no, you know, yeah, none of that. And I hear what they do is they infuse the munchies with weed now. So isn't that like defeating the purpose? You smoke the weed to eat the munchies, but you eat the munchies and get high. I'm like, good lord, yeah, these they got Cheetos, Doritos, and yeah, and they're infused with you know with marijuana. I'm like, oh, how lovely is this? They're like, ooh, these these are the best Doritos I ever had. Woo! I feel a little lightheaded right now. Damn, these are some good ass Doritos. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hoping Aldi's has it. They have a delicious wine sangria. Ooh, I love sangria. I Lawana, when I say I love sangria, I mean my wife used to make it with the fruit in it and all that stuff. Oh my God, it was so good. Two in a row from Champagne. That is Try Again, right here on Bedtime Stories with the peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Now we're talking about wine. What's the best wine? I had some wine. I was at a place called Cooper's Hawk. This was a few years ago. And before you dine in, they have you waiting outside and they say, would you like to try this particular wine? You're like, yeah, I sure would. Yes. Uh, by the time you get to the table to order your food, you're too blitzed to even read the menu. It's like, man, that wine was good. Anyway, uh, Preston said the Warriors won. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's all. Golden State Warriors have taken the championship. I knew that was going to happen. Boston was good, but my son and the Golden State Warriors. And if you look at my page, there's a picture of my son, and he looks just like Stephen Curry. So I every time he hit a 3-pointer, I'd be like, "Go on, son, go on, son." Anyway, back to the wine. Lawana said it's a large bottle, and it's very delicious out there. I'm sure it is. And I love sangria. I truly do. Like I said, my wife used to make it back in the day, when she was in love with me. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Anyway, I love Cooper Talk too, Angie. Maybe one day you'll take me. Oh, that's right. You don't drive. Here's champagne once again. It's not. It's what? It's not over yet. The game not over with. Oh, okay. Make sure you buy two or three at a time. Oh, I plan to. Oh, definitely. What channel is the game on? Probably channel 7. Golden State up 3-2. Okay. Al has predicted the series. It's over with. They win. Channel 5. Okay. Thank you. Ooh, monkeypox. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, how about us, baby? It's over. They won game 5 tonight. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Oh, channel 7. Thank you. 7.1. And guys, don't forget to share the video, please, while you're on here. Make sure you just hit share where it says like, comment, and share. Just hit share. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Uh-oh, Mayor Daley was in the hospital. Former Mayor Daley, I should say. Tomorrow will be 97 degrees, extremely hot and humid. Don't bother tuning in. Bill Lampier isn't playing. Casper said, who cares? I tell you. That's because you watched the game. They go back to Boston for game 6. Casper said, who cares? Yeah. Of course, he says that because his team didn't win. Yeah, I think he was rooting for Boston, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah. How about us, baby? Oh, Casper, did you lose betting on Boston? Did you lose? Mm-mm. Michael Jordan no longer plays. I know, right? Mm-mm. I heard that Al Greer farts louder in court than Rudy Giuliani does. I saw Rudy Giuliani on TV. The series isn't over yet. Oh, I know. And that's what I was telling somebody. I said, look, Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. But if one team sweeps, if the team sweeps, then, you know, that's loss in advertising. They don't, after that, they're done for the season until, basketball season starts again in November. So they holding on to that money. Yep, they holding on to that money. Anyone watch P Valley? TC, I haven't seen P Valley in a while. I'm sure one of these days I'm gonna catch up and watch, or catch up on all of the P Valley series. So Casper said this is not real basketball anymore. It's supposed to be no no blood or no foul. And once again, like I said, uh, who's this lady with this? Yes. Anyway, look at Rob Elgis. Roberto, what's up, bro? Hmm. Down in the valley where the girls get naked. Saw it last night. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So who are we gonna do for foreplay, Casper? Victor D. Jackson, what's going on? Chicago raises the Juneteenth flag. All right. Mm-hmm. Where the girls get Bucky naked. Bucky naked. Mm-hmm. Bucky naked. Don't forget to share the video, guys. Don't forget to hit share. Thank you very much. Hit share. What you said, the Jones girls. Elder Barge, we did Elder Barge already. TC said I share coming in the door. Thank you. The Jones girls. Wonder if I got enough Jones girls music. Let's see now. Jones girls, Jones girls. Let's see. Children of the Night. Who can I run to? I just love the man. And the feeling killing me. There you go. Jones girls it is. Victor D. I see Rita was on. Thought she was out of the country and not returning calls. I don't know what's up with Rita, man. But I'm gonna just put it out there. I love me some Rita. Rita returns all my calls, even the calls I don't make. Isaac Brothers. And once I had your loving, now I can't let go. In other words, I'm sprung. It's Dr. Al Greer. It's time for foreplay. But before we do that, Bedtime Stories is brought to you by
Judge in the 5th Judicial Sub-Circuit for Cook County. As Chief Legal Counsel for the Office of the Clerk of the Circuit Court,
where I live. We're
I am
going to experience
responsible
a heat
for
wave all
advising
week.
over
Glad
1,000
my central
employees
air
on
is up
matters
to date
pertaining to the
and
clerk's
free.
office. And once I am elected
I
to
know
the
that's
bench,
right.
I will continue to be compassionate, yet tough on repeat offenders and violent crimes. However, I will apply equal justice to all those who come before me, and I will work diligently with the community to do all that I can to help make the streets
Thanks
safer
over
for
Egypt.
everyone to live, because people matter to me. On June 28th, 2022, please remember to punch 195 Tiffany Brooks for judge, because I want to be the people's candidate. Paid for by friends of Tiffany and Brooks.
That's Tiffany Nicole Brooks right here on Bedtime Stories on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WGLB Indianapolis, and WRLN, the best music of your life. It is your Dr. Al Greer, and it is time for foreplay. Yes, it is. But before we do that, hello to my brother from another mother, Brother Casper, who suggested we do the Jones Girls in foreplay. I'm like, Jones Girls, okay, all right, okay, cool, okay. Troy Anthony, thank you so much. Victor D. Jackson. Victor said he hasn't heard from he hasn't heard from Rita either. Now Rita was on our Facebook Live a few minutes ago. I don't know what happened to her. About an hour ago, when I first went on, she said, "Hi, stranger." But anyway, hello to Rita Green. Yeah, might change one of those letters in that name. But anyway, I think Rita wants to get married. I'm not ready to get married again and again and again. All right, time for foreplay. They hail from Philadelphia. They backed up everyone from, let's see, Diana Ross. They backed her up. They backed up, I think, Anita Baker. They backed up just about everybody. They sang background for Teddy Pendergrass. As a matter of fact, one of them used to date Teddy Pendergrass. How about that? She said, "Oh, Teddy is my baby." I'm like, "Really? Really? Oh, okay. Do tell. Do tell." Anyway, without further ado, from my brother Casper, the Jones Girls are in foreplay right now on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. I was thinking about coming up to Chicago for the 4th. I wish I could meet you all. My husband is originally from there. All right, TC. I heard Teddy was hanging. I'm going to leave that alone. Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. Yeah. But Teddy was, he was a wild man, baby. Yeah, Teddy was a wild man. Some of the stories I could tell you guys. Yeah. Great unsung story on the Jones Girls. Yes, it was. Talk about a love TKO. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes. TC, I heard Teddy was hanging. I don't know. You would have to look at some of his pictures from back in the day. But it's true. What you remember the joke that Eddie Murphy told about Teddy? You got what I need. Teddy didn't have to sing. He was just that good looking. He could look at a girl and just she'd be like, and he didn't have to say anything. She'd just start taking her clothes off. I'm like, Dad, I wish I had that. He's like, hey, uh, I did, Alan. I confirmed that. Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. Mm-mm. I'm gonna leave that alone. Mr. Redmond, I need my table from your baby mama's house. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Who took their clothes off? I don't know. Anyway, Mr. Redmond, I'll be moving next month in the middle of July, so I'm going to need some help. So if you know of any able bodies who can help me, I just need my table so I can put that. Because the first thing I want to do is TC is to set up my studio because that's the first thing I want to do is make sure that's up and running. You know, I may have to sleep on the floor, but that's okay. So it might be the air mattress for the first couple of weeks. So Troy said I won a cassette tape at a county fair darts game, and they gave me a Teddy Pendergrass tape. I'm white. I was 10 years old from Kowalawin, Michigan. That tape went into the trash 30 seconds later. Why would they give a 10-year-old a Teddy Pendergrass tape? A 10-year-old white boy. Okay, I get it. You're like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Can I trade this in for some Led Zeppelin or some Aerosmith or something? Like, what the hell? Yeah, I need my table back, sir, because I want to put my table in my studio. And yeah, yeah. Cauquelin, thank you. Cauquelin, Michigan. They gave you a Teddy Pendergrass. Troy looked 20 at the age of 10. You got what I need. No, I don't. Sorry, that's not what I need. I'm 10 years old. I've not gone through puberty yet. From the waist down, I did. Okay, Troy. Hey, hey. Uh-uh. Woo. Mm-mm. Golden State was killing them. 99. Go ahead. Go on, Golden State. Ooh, excuse me. Troy said from the waist down. Oh my goodness. Woo. Hairline back like a chimpanzee, I tell you. Mm-mm. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm. Anyway, I'm just as I'm just as shocked as you are, Lady G. I'm like, okay, hairline like a chimpanzee. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now tomorrow I will be quieter than a church mouse. What are you drinking over there, TC? That's what I want to know. What are you drinking? What are you doing? Mm. Hairline back like a chimpanzee. Oh no. And I thought Troy was hilarious. TC, you just trumped him tonight. I tell you. Ooh, did I say Trump? Sorry. Black box red. Okay. Wipe those tears on that mattress you're going to get out. It couldn't get any wetter anyway. Ew. Ew. Mm-mm. Ooh. Anthony Perry. Any relation to Casper? Quiet as kept. I am a comedian. Really? Greg Moore. Good evening, sir. Thank you. He said, congratulations on a great job last Saturday. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. That that means a lot to me. Um, I'm still in shock. You know, even after I saw the video, I was like, that's me up there. Anyway, funny looking is in comedy, TC. Funny look. Oh boy. Mm-mm. Greg, I didn't know. I I had no idea that it was going to jump off like that. Now, when Willie Henderson called me and asked me to be one of the hosts, I was like, I'm like, okay. So when I saw Richard Steele up there, I said, what do they need with me? Richard Steele is here. So when the guy introduced me, I was like, did he just say legendary DJ? I'm like, who's he talking about? Because I could have sworn he said legendary DJ. The only person I could think of was Richard Steele. I'm like, okay. I know on that huge stage. Thank you. Now, Greg, now I'm nervous. But after once I got up there, it was like, okay. Richard Steele wouldn't have made that good a host since he's blind and deaf. Okay, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, on that huge stage, Greg, I was like, I am still, you know, I'm still in awe behind all of that. Let me turn my TV off. I keep looking up at the TV. I was like, yeah, on that huge stage. but I was so thankful, so grateful to Willie Henderson and his two daughters, his very fine daughters. I'm like, whoa, they are two of the most gorgeous young ladies I've ever seen. Symphony, I didn't get the other one's name. She probably has a pretty name too. Symphony. He named his daughter Symphony. I don't know the other one, but I'm like, wait a minute, where have you been? They don't. He don't let me out much. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, wow. Would you say I would have had? And that's just it, Greg. I have stage fright now, after the fact, because what Lady G said. Ease up off for Mr. Steele now. I know, right? Um, now, now I'm nervous. But going up there, I'm like, oh man, I can do this. I can do it. And I looked out in the audience. I'm like, oh, all these people. Oh my God. Oh, what am I gonna do? Um, once a couple of times I'd gone out there. After that, you know, it just became second nature. But Greg, you know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. I was like, okay, because I didn't see the crowd yet until they called me on stage, and then I looked out. It was like, it's a whole lot of people out here. Oh, okay. Yeah, this, yeah, I'm at the Blues Fest now, for real. I mean, just a sea of people, as far back, you know. And as I was leaving, by myself, no entourage, no ride back to the parking lot, nothing like that. So it was like, it's like now I go back to being, you know, Mr. Unknown. But people were like, great job up there, great job. I'm like, oh, thank you, because all of it's a blur. Now, when I got home that evening, or that morning, I should say, because I went to Williams and Pizza afterwards, I got home and I watched the video on YouTube. I didn't know it was on there. Somebody said, oh, we just saw the video of you on YouTube. I'm like, really? Okay. So I went to YouTube, right, Greg, and I was like, okay, and it's up there for forever, for all eternity, for my grandchildren to watch. It's like, yeah, that's Papa on stage. That's what Papa used to do. So that's it. But there was a whole lot of people out there, Greg. Every seat, just about every seat was filled, and people are yelling, "Al, Al!" And I can't, you know, see everybody. They just yelling, "Al, Al!" Excuse me, pardon me. Wrapping up foreplay with the Jones Girls and Who Can I Run To? Redone by a group called Escape. Right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello once again to TC. She said, I was washing my dishes. I hate dishes in the sink at night. I know, right? Me too. I don't have a sink, so I don't have anything about that to worry about. Anyway, Greg Moore said, live feed, everything looked small backstage until you walked out. I know. I know. Nanette Frank Britton, thank you. She said, congratulations. Thank you. For those of you who don't know what's going on, they're thanking me because I was one of the hosts of the uh, 2022 Blues Fest, Chicago Blues Festival, which took place this weekend. I got a chance to introduce some of the greatest background singers of all time, some of the greatest musicians of all time, and of course, Mr. Richard Steele, one of the legendary radio personalities here in Chicago. And he let me do all of it by myself. I'm like, at any time, feel free to come up here and introduce somebody. Because I was only supposed to introduce Ruby Andrews and Samada Ackland. That was it. So I introduced them and Joe Barr and Willie White and gave out awards to the three ladies who were singing background. You know, the whole thing. And we gave an award um, to Richard Steele. He didn't know he was going to get an award either, but it was just great. But it's on YouTube. TC said they broadcasted it live all weekend long. Great show. Lawana said, "Yep, sporting your white." And once again, thank you to Mr. Bernard for the hat, even though he charged me full price for it. But he knocked off the tax, which kind of made it kind of cool, you know. Mr. Bernard's hat wear over on 91st and Commercial. To Dr. Al Greer, this is Prince Rogers Nelson. You make my sun shine at night, baby. That's why looking at your little pic, I was pissed. Clear HD and live. Yep. Thank you, Nanette. Thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't know that they were doing it live. I had no idea that, you know, I'm thinking it's an outside event. That's it. I was not thinking that I was going to be on TV, on YouTube, for the world to see forever. That hat was a hit all by itself. Got to tip it a bit. It kept, you know, first I come out as this side, and then it came, because when Mr. Bernard put it on my head, he cocked it ace deuce to the left, and I usually wear it to the right, so it ended up sliding to the back of my head. So, but shout out to Mr. Bernard's hat wear um, over on Commercial. Thank you so much. That's how I caught it. I put it in my notifications for the show. Okay. But once again, Greg Moore, that was a big stage, very big stage, and just wasn't expecting that. But when I say I had a great time, I had a great time, and I didn't know how well or how badly I did until after I saw the video. It's like, I kind of stumbled, but you know, I recovered because I couldn't hear myself. Because normally they have like speakers in the front or what they call monitors. The monitors were pointed the other way, so I could not hear myself. So, but thank you, TC. Thank you so much, Lawana. Thank you. Lady G says she's got to check it out on YouTube. Um, and Nanette Frank, thank you. But I was not expecting that. So I was like, okay, this is it. This is this is it. This is what it is. But yeah, when I saw all those that sea of people, just all the way to the back, you know. Ken said, "I'm watching you now. Work it now." Hey, thank you, Ken. Um, like I said, once it was all over with, I just go back to, being plain old me. Who was the guy in the wheelchair? He was great also. That was Cicero Blake, who's known for a song "I Like to Dip My Dipper" and somebody else's dipping stuff. Yeah, that was uh, that was him. I don't know if you saw the gentleman who was on earlier. That was Stan Mosley. Stan Mosley was his valet and opening act. So, but it was, yeah, that's okay. I understood. I know you've been drinking. It's okay. That was, yeah, Cicero Blake, the legendary Cicero Blake, who was friends with Purvis Spann, the blues man. You know, he said you've seen it from the beginning to the end. Okay, I saw the beginning of it and the part where the guy introduced me, and I didn't hear it because I thought he was introducing Richard Steele. I was like, "Who? Legendary radio personality? Me? Oh, okay." I never heard that part. You know, well, I heard it, but I thought he was talking about Richard Steele, not me. I'm like, legendary radio, tiny little pecker. I know he couldn't be talking about me. Your world now, bro. Thank you. Thanks, Ken. Thank you very much. Go watch it yourself. I will. Even my wife sent me a text message. Great show. I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you. What she doesn't know is that I had her on the guest list. I always do that. Whenever, she wants to show up to an event that I'm hosting, she's already on the list. But of course, she never shows up. So it's cool too. Troy said, I already watched Al on YouTube. His arraignment is on there. Ah, no. Uh-uh. Funny guy. Funny guy. Oh, no. But there was something that Richard Steele had told me about Herb Kent. We were at uh, that particular. I think it was that stage or another one back a few years ago when Don Cornelius was in town to get an award for years of the conductor of the Soul Train, and Richard Steele was once again the MC along with Herb Kent. And before Herb went on stage, he said, "This is probably the largest crowd I've ever MC'd in front of it." And Richard's like, you're not intimidated by this, are you?" And Herb was. So he reminded me of what he said to Herb that night. It's like, it's no different than any other stage you've ever hosted. It's just thousands and thousands of people anyway. So I was like, okay. But I um, I had a ball. I had a ball, and I'm looking forward to doing it again next year. And any other fest that they have that they want me to MC for, I will be there. I cannot wait. Thank you once again, Willie Henderson and his daughter Symphony and the other, you know, I didn't get the other daughter's name. So, you know, Symphony and Treble Clef. That's not her name. Anyway, But I will have an interview tomorrow night with Wanda Hutchinson. If that name doesn't sound familiar, she's one of the emotions, and I will be on there. Um, yeah, Richard Steele always looks comfortable. He just goes out there and does it. He's just, he's just cool Papa do. He just go out there and do the damn thing. He makes it look so easy. You know, I don't even think he gets nervous anymore. He just goes out there, okay, and I'm back. I'm gone. Okay, cool. TC said, I know. Claim it for 2023. Yes. So, 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 so now, Greg, does this make me a member of the M Squad now? Ken Wallington said, Jeffrey Pub just called looking for you to MC Al. Everybody's a comedian tonight. Funny. But anyway, thanks, Ken. Yeah. Looking forward to that. They got Casper to do that, but that's another story. But yes, I will have an interview tomorrow night with Wanda of the Emotions, and you will hear it here. Of course, it'll be recorded, and it will run both on uh, VON and on this station here. So get ready to hear from Wanda Hutchinson from the legendary Emotions. I have no idea what I'm going to ask her. None whatsoever. But I'm gonna wing it. I'm just going, excuse me for yawning again. But yeah, I'm just going, you know, and I have to treat this interview like I do most of going into most of the interviews. But, you know, a lot of people that I have interviewed, I can say this honestly, I was not a fan of. So it made it easier when you're not a fan, when you're not, you know, going gaga over them. They're like, oh my God, I don't believe I'm sitting next to, or I'm on the phone with so and so. Like when I did my interview with Selena Johnson, easy. Samata, easy. I mean, so on and so forth. Billy Branch and the Sons of the Blues, you know. Not to say I wasn't a fan, but I wasn't as big a fan as I would have been, you know, had I been interviewing. And there go my headphones. Interviewing, somebody like Phyllis Hyman or somebody like that. Yeah, these some tough headphones. Or did I speak too soon? Excuse me. Ooh, that's in the same key. Prince and Adore, right here on Bedtime Stories with the peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Ken Wadlington, you got jokes. He said the Jeffrey Pub just called looking for you to MC. As a matter of fact, they just opened back up the Jeffrey Pub, which is owned by the same guy who owns Williams Inn Pizza. So it's not too far fetched either. Like I was telling everyone, next time we talk, I'll be talking to Wanda Hutchinson of the Hutchinson Sunbeams, yes, of the Emotions. She will be on my show tomorrow night, so make sure you guys are listening. I'll be talking with her, talking about the future uh, of the Emotions. And no, it wasn't the Blue Oyster Bar. Thank you very much. It was the Jeffrey Pub calling. Troy, you got jokes. I tell you. Between you and TC, you all are just keeping us in stitches tonight. I appreciate that too. Here's Gemini. Every time I see a pretty lady, I just lose my mind. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and this is Bedtime Stories. I can't wait here. Maybe quiet because I go back to work. Oh, okay. Mm-mm. You're killing me, TC. I tell you, you and Troy. Y'all got me in stitches. Mm-mm. All right, I'll be back again. Boy, this water's got me going tonight, which is a good thing. A little housekeeping here. Oh, I found another bottle of water. I got to do better. Troy, keep your name out of my. Oh boy, are you drunk and high or just drunk? Hmm. Y'all are killing me tonight. Hmm. Ah. Keep drinking, and in 9 months you'll have more kids than Mrs. Wayne. Ah. Oh. Okay, we're just having fun here. Let's not get yeah. Let's not get yeah. Let's not bring Will Smith into this. Leave Will out of your mouth. Mm-mm. Leave my wife's name out your mouth. right, that's a little better. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, we need more people of color on. Yes, we do. Did you get free parking down there? As a matter of fact, Ken, they validated my parking. There was this young lady named I forgot her name, Shirley or Susan or somebody, and she said, "Did you pay for parking?" I said, "Well, I got a ticket." So she gave me another ticket. She said, "All right, you put the ticket in that you got, put that in, and then they'll give you a ticket back." And it was free. It zapped out the $30 or whatever it was, and I got paid, Ken. Whew. Ken, I still don't believe it. You know, I wish I could tell you how much money I made, but I'd be bragging, and the Lord would not bless me if I, you know. But it was a for what I did. I was like, I'll put it to you this way. I usually get paid that much to do a whole DJ gig. Anyway, I've said too much. I'm like, whoa. They did everything but feed me. Yep. But yeah, I got free parking. That's truly a blessing. That was truly a blessing. And I still don't believe it. I still don't believe it. If I had not seen um, the video, I still would not have believed it. Yep, yep. I saw the video. I'm like, that's me on stage. Okay, that's it. That is me on that stage with that beautiful white straw hat on. Still couldn't believe it. Yep, I still can't believe it. I kept I kept the tag on the hat like I was gonna take it back or something. You know. Yep, that hat still has the tag on it. Yeah. The quality of the video was so great I felt like I was there. I was watching the video on my phone and it was like, yep, that's me. You know, the sound and everything. I'm like, because, from where I was standing, you could actually hear the band, but you couldn't hear the band on the speakers because, the speakers were pointed out that way. So, you know, but I was like, which you need a slight smile. I was like, I don't know. You know, after a while, your adrenaline kicks in, and it's like I'm just full speed ahead. But I never expected that. I just, you know, I just didn't expect it. I didn't expect any of that. I just basically I just went to work, you know, and when it was all over with, they were passing out these envelopes to all of the musicians who had played. I was like, You mean I get paid on the same day? I don't have to look for my money. I don't have to ask anybody, when do we get paid for this gig? Then I proceeded to go to Williams and Pizza and play and get paid again. So, once again, people, and I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to fish for any compliments, but to me, it's like, okay, I'm there and Richard Steele is there. I'm like, okay, this is the man you want, not me. But he got paid too, so that is one of my favorite songs by him. Eugene Booker Records Sr., that is Mother of Love, right here on Bedtime Stories. For years, Gene was the lead singer and, of course, the principal songwriter of the group The Shawlites. But according to Marshall Thompson, he was not the leader. Eugene was the lead singer. Marshall was the leader of the group. And I'm going to leave that right there. That's what he said. He said, there's a big difference. I said, okay, break it down to me, Uncle Marshall, so that I will understand. He said, Eugene was the lead singer of the group. He was not the leader. I said, okay, cool. I got it. Anyway, Ken said, um, you would have had a better turnout if it wasn't for all the negativity downtown. I know. We're talking about the Blues Fest that was this past weekend. You know, I cannot tell you how much of a ball that I had. I was, again, I was not, to me, I wasn't supposed to be there. But to everyone else, they're like, yeah, that's where you needed to be. And they said, you were clean. I was like, yeah, I had on my white and everything. But I definitely had a ball at the 2022 Chicago Blues Festival. And I think it didn't sink in until I looked up at the screen and I saw the logo right in the lower corner, left hand corner. And I'm like, I didn't think it was being televised. I just thought they were putting it on the big screen so everybody could see it in the back. It was being televised. I was like, oh Lord. I went home and watched the video and everything. I'm like, this is for real, for real. Mm. Here's Hall and Oates, one on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Woo! Was Ray Charles there? Nope, I didn't see him, which leaves that open for a joke. Nope, I didn't see Ray there. Okay, this is where you tell the joke, Troy. I'm like, I'm waiting. He didn't see you either. See, thank you. All right, yeah, there you go. That's what I was waiting on. So tomorrow's supposed to be 97 degrees outside. Thank goodness for air conditioning in cars. So yeah, he didn't see you either. Thank you. Ting. Mhm. He didn't see you either. Thank you, Troy. Ding, ding. Troy, you've got too much time on your hands, sir. Too much time on your hands. Mm-mm. One on one. Ooh, but that was an experience that I will never forget for as long as I live. I'm sure there will be other concerts that I'll be hosting, but as a matter of fact, I'm hosting one this Sunday for Brother Mac Miller. That's this Sunday, Father's Day, which I should go ahead and post. Yes. Samara Ackland's on that show as well. On one. Pat said you've been looking super suave lately. All the Ashley Stewart ladies are likely impressed. I hope so. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. I've been trying. Yeah. Be sure to tell Mac hello for me. I sure will, Ken. Mm-mm. So, what are you fellas doing for Father's Day? I will be emceeing a concert. Yes, I will be. I should have been. There should have been more people there um, because the band was jamming, and Miss Ackland did an excellent job, and she sounds like her mom. She sure does. Anyone know if Navy Pier will have fireworks this year, either on the third or the fourth? I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet, Pat. And if they do, I'd like to be there this year. I would love to be with someone on that day watching the fireworks. Unfortunately, I have no one to watch the fireworks with. Once again, So, cricket.
Please enter your password, then press pound. You have 8 saved messages.
I don't have any kids. I pull out, otherwise, I can't give free facials. Okay. Post online for a date, your timeline will blow up. Yes, it will blow up. My wife will get the password and shut it off. And she will shut that shit down. Excuse my language. I know, right, Lady G? Troy, yeah, he's just out of control, I tell you. Have to remove all your photos first. Thank you, Troy. Mariah Carey and Vision of Love, right here on Bedtime Stories. What happened to my mic? Okay, there we go. All right, that's a little bit better. Okay. Thank you so much for staying up with me as always. I appreciate you guys. To Troy Anthony. Why is my theme song so slow? Let me speed it up a little bit. There we go. Troy Anthony, Pat Westbrook, TC, Lady G. Of course, Stan Mosley, who was on earlier. Ken Watlington, as always, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. There we go. That's a little bit better. Just everybody, thank you to once again to Mr. Willie Henderson. Man, I cannot thank you enough for allowing me to be one of the hosts of the 2022 Chicago Blues Festival. I'm still in shock. I am still in shock. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. You and your daughters, they did a great job. The band was just fantastic. The Big Bad Blues Band. It was just fantastic. Samada Ackland, Willie White, Ruby Andrews, brother, my Joe Bart. Now I'm nervous, right? Okay. It's all over with now. Now I'm nervous. Also, a big thank you to Willie Henderson. I really appreciate you, Dr. Henderson. And I hope it won't be the last time that I host the Chicago Blues Fest. I hope I'm there every year. Every year. Yeah. Gene Barge, and of course, the legendary Mr. Cicero Blake. Great job. Great. Everything. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, Rita. All right, guys. Thank you again. Um, Kenny was here in spirit. Thank you. But yes, Pat, I had a ball. Um, just I can't believe I was there. I can't believe that they allowed me to be there. But that was it. So anyway, good night, all. Thank you again. Appreciate you. Um, if I didn't mention your name, charge it to my head and not to my heart. Tomorrow night we'll be talking to Wanda Hutchinson of the emotions. I'm looking forward to that interview, or as I say, conversation. We don't do interviews. So, anyway, good night, everybody. Peace.